Hi, I'm Jonathan,
Hi, I'm Haley,
and today we are going to be doing the Epic Reads tag.
and the first question is if you could invite any author and one of their fictional characters to tea, who would you invite and what would you serve?
I think that I would invite Terry Pratchett and his character Sam Vimes to tea, and I'm pretty sure the menu would basically be centered around the theme of fried. If your arteries don't go clang looking at it, you have missed the point. I think they would enjoy that.
Fair enough. I think that I would invite Tolkien to tea and probably Samwise Gamgee. And the only concern I have about the menu is that there be enough food because hobbits are involved.
This is true. Next question is, what book do you wish the author would write a prequel for, and what would the storyline be about?
Well, and we've talked about it, and we agree that the only correct answer is J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, Marauders era. That's the only correct answer.
It's true. Our next question is, which two characters, not from the same book, do you think would make a good couple?
And this was a kind of hard one for me, but I decided to do two Harry Potter in one thing because I really hate Ron and Hermione together, and I think that Ron would have paired well with Shay from the Ugly series by Scott Westerfeld. So that's my answer.
Mine, I had a lot of trouble with this because I don't tend to think about ships that aren't in the text very much a lot of the time. There's also going to be a bit of a recurring theme in my answers throughout this tag. The two characters that I think that would get along really well would be again Sam Vimes from Terry Pratchett's Discworld series and Breck from the Imperial Rat series by Anne Leckie. I don't know that they would make a romantic couple, especially as I very much do like Sam Vimes' pairing in the books that he's from, but they are both basically literally the physical incarnation of a sense of justice aggrieved, and I think that they would get along.
Fair. All right. So, if you ran into your favorite author on the subway and you could only say one sentence, what would you say?
So my favorite author is hands down Terry Pratchett. Like I said, there's going to be a theme throughout this tag. Terry Pratchett passed away recently after a long illness. Well, I say recently; it's been a year or two now.
Yeah, for me too.
But I think that the it would kind of be a toss up between either being like, "Oh my God, you're alive," or basically just breaking into uncontrollable sobbing because I am still really broken up about Terry Pratchett dying. Um, anyways, so you.
If I ran into Tamara Pierce on the subway, I would probably just say thank you. Or tell her that she crushed me in the third book of the Becca Cooper series. Crushed me. But probably just say thank you.
Our next question is, if your bookshelf suddenly caught on fire and you could only save one book, what would it be?
Probably Turtles All the Way Down by John Green because I got one of the pre-order. They were all signed, and that means a lot to me. Even though there's a ton of them out there in the world, it's probably cheaper to buy one that's signed than one that's not signed at this point.
I think that I would probably have to go with The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. We have a really gorgeous illustrated copy that I am just like waiting until our daughter is old enough to appreciate having that read to her as a bedtime story. So I think I would save that one.
That's a great answer. Your answer is better than mine. I like it. Okay, so which dystopian world would you want to live in if you had to pick one?
Dystopias, that's a challenging one. I think that I would probably have to settle on The Ratch, again from the Imperial Ratch series by Anne Leckie. I think some people might argue that that's not a dystopia, and I would say that they are wrong and have not read the book. Because, while it definitely has some utopic elements, it also certainly is a dystopia. Um, though, admittedly, I do kind of pick it because I feel like I'd stand a decent chance of not being completely miserable or dead.
I understand that. I don't want to live in a dystopia. They are, by their very name, quite bad. But if I have to pick one, I'm gonna pick the World of Uglies by Scott Westerfeld because I think it actually sounds quite nice despite all of the terrible, terrible things in it. So,
That is fair.
like, I would want to live there.
Yeah.
Possibly more than in our world now. I mean, our world now is pretty bad.
This is getting dark.
It is. We should lighten it up.
Well, in that case, what is your most epic read of all time?
It might be a lot of bias at this point because I'm still reading the series, but the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin certainly qualifies as incredibly epic, and I think it's what I'm gonna pick.
For me, I think I might have to go with Anathem by Neil Stephenson. It is certainly one of the most fully fleshed out world building scenarios that I've ever seen, and it's just it is epic. So I think that I would have to go with that one.
Okay, that's the last question. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Links to our Goodreads and all the books that we mentioned are down in the doodly-doo. And if you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.